Hi, LP, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Burn like embers, falling tender, longing for the days of no surrender years ago.
Let's talk about live in Moscow. I think it was a pretty good way of making up to your fans for a postponed tour, no?
I mean, it's the best we could do, I guess. Yeah, it's I've always wanted to do a live album, especially in another country. It always feels like something that's exotic and fun and just like I don't know. It makes like it. I feel like it brings you to get people together because they feel like it's like a American artist in Russia, and also just I'm a fan of that old classic Cheap Trick live at Budokan record.
Yeah.
And I just always love the sound of it, you know what I mean? Because there's like Cheap Trick, this like totally American, band in this like, in Budokan. It was just like, it just had a ring to it and like this glamour to it. It was cool.
It also seems like you have a pretty close relationship with our country, with Mexico.
I do.
What is it about Mexico that makes you feel so welcome?
Well, I had a lot of friends there at first.
Yeah.
I had I still have a whole group of people that I hang out with.
Yeah.
There, and so I already felt kind of at home, and it was kind of fun because I feel like they were always very supportive of my music, even beforehand. And then I think they kind of watched it kind of grow a bit, and they were like, oh, like they would always come to my shows, and so that was like the base of it. And then I don't know, I've been going to Mexico even just to hang before that on a regular basis. I feel like Mexican people are just some of the kindest, kind of chill, cool people I know. I always like kind of have a great time and just love the hang, and I don't know, there's just a real there's this like depth of life in Mexico, like people really, I feel like people care about the right things like that I care about, like this like deep relationships with other people. I feel like they care about that the most for some reason, and have like sort of like almost dedicated their lives and their culture to it. That's what I feel, so I just feel very at home there.
You also you have a collaboration with Jimena Sariñana, another Mexican artist.
Yes,
another
I love
Mexican
Jimena.
connection. How did it happen? How was working with her?
Well, we were mutual fans of each other. We got to see each other quick in passing at Viva Latino that year. I think it was 2019 or 2018. I don't know. I forget what when it was, but it was and we were like, let's work together, and one of those kind of things. And we always wanted to, and then I just asked her if she wanted to jump on the song and then write the Spanish verse,
Yeah.
So and she's just such a lovely person, so down to earth and real, and I really love her. Great, she did a great job, and I was really happy with it.
So how are you doing with your Spanish?
Poquito más every day. But yeah, I should be a lot better with my Spanish for sure. But I work up to it.
You were mentioning before when you used to write music for other people. Do you still do that? Yeah.
I do, actually. I feel like writing for other people is very it's good for me as a writer in general. It takes me out of my headspace and my my myopic view of things, and I can open it up and be a little more kind of just take a break from myself, almost like an actor, but still putting my myself into it somewhat, just in a different way. I have this story that one time with Leona Lewis, I wrote a song without her for her, and I had heard that she just got out of a breakup, and I thought, oh, you know, she's very heartbroken. I wrote all this heartbroken like plays and whatever, and then I got to write with her, just with her for her, and I asked her, you know, about like, we talked about her breakup a little. She's like, oh no, we're fine, we're friends, you know, it's good. Like, she didn't seem like at all upset. You know?
Okay.
And I was like, oh, there you go. And then we wrote a song together that actually made it on her record, you know.
Okay.
But I feel like sometimes, you know, I feel like when I get together with someone, when I write something together, that's my best spot. But you know, I'll take the other spot too.
I love those stories, you know, like I read somewhere that Umbrella was supposed to be for Britney Spears, but then Rihanna ended up taking it. And then, what's the other one? I think it's Shape of You, that Ed Sheeran was thinking about Rihanna when he wrote it, and in the end he just kept it for himself. Do you have a story like that? I just love those stories.
I have the opposite story. I have a song called Night Like This that was on Forever For Now, my record, and it was promised to Shakira, and I was very excited to get a cut with Shakira. I love Shakira, and I mean, who doesn't love Shakira? But I felt like yes, and then my label heard it and made me keep it for myself. But it just wasn't like it was. I feel like my version made it cute, and I was pretty sure that Shakira's version would be sexy, because pretty much every single thing she does is sexy, and also be more romantic, you know. Mine was just kind of like sweet, I thought, and I was like, you know. So I was like bummed about that.
You are sexy too, let me tell you.
hey, I'm sexy too, come on.
You've worked with a whole bunch of completely different people, completely different artists. I just want to know, like, I mean, because you go like from Morrissey to Heidi Montag, like what?
Yeah, and then there's like Joe Walsh in between, and like Celine Dion.
I can't figure out another connection between these two other than you.
It's because other than you, I'm just like, boop, hi guys, connect. I don't know, you know, I'm like I think I write songs kind of like I go through life. I'm just kind of friendly to like everybody, you know what I mean? Like, or like enjoy like kind of like, I like hanging out with different types of people, you know, and writing for different types of people. I feel like it's one of the joys of life, is like knowing people that are different. I don't want to meet the same person over and over again, you know.
When you get older, plainer, saner, when you remember all the danger we came from.
So what's gonna happen with you once they let us out on the streets?
I'm just gonna rip off all my clothes and be running down the street. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I think I think I'll just like try to pick up where I left off and try to connect with people again. You know, I think that this, you know, the one positive thing I could say from this is just that we all went through it together, you know. I mean, we all know about it, you know, say it all the time, and I know how lucky I am to, you know, be a musician and, you know, and bring people together that want to hear my music. And but I can even appreciate it even more, and just even appreciate, you know, as a fan of, you know, different music, like being like, oh shit, you know, I really need that person or that band in my life to make me you know, it just makes life better, you know, and like, and it always will. I think music is here to stay, no matter what they try to do to you, you know.
Yes.
I had already been writing so much as we went in, you know, and then and I've just been like, you know, writing more since and working on the record. I've been you know, we're in production of this next record that's coming out next year. It was supposed to come out this year, but we're, you know, pushing everything back. But I'm very excited to have new music for people.
Cool. We're excited too.
Yay! How do you say it? Is it Liana?
Ileana.
Ileana. So.
Yes.
Cool. Cool.
Thank you so
Nice to
much.
meet you. Let's hang out with Raul next time I'm down there.
Sure. Yeah.
And say hi. All right.
Thank you, LP.
Thanks, Ileana. Ciao. See you.
Bye.
Bye. See you.